podcast about wrestling.
Do we now?
Yeah, we do. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
All right.
Uh, so, I want to start with Dynamite.
Okay.
I want to start with Dynamite because the opening, I swear to God, I halfway through the opening, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Me too.
Because it it made no fucking sense. Because Samoa Joe comes out there and he starts talking, and then all of a sudden, Joe is Hollywood. Samoa Joe is Hollywood talking about getting on a private jet and doing all this extra shit. Doug, what are we doing here?
Like,
Like,
relax. You only have what? One show?
yeah, that's like, he's famous, but it's like he's not that famous, and that's not even Samoa Joe's lifestyle. Like, he's not even the type of person that would do that. So this was like way out of fucking character for him.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't give a
like,
shit about
what
none
is?
of that.
Yeah, like Joe does not care about that shit. Joe does not. Joe doesn't dress in suits. Joe don't give a fuck.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand. Like, he started talking this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's not Joe.
It's a matter
Like,
of time
I was
before they
so
change his name to
lost after
Hollywood
this.
Joe.
Dude, I was so fucking lost after this. I was like, what the fuck? Like, and then Eddie Kingston was like, this isn't the Joe I want. I want the Joe that was Ring of Honor champion. And I'm like, that's the Joe right there. That's the same Joe. Like, that's not a different Joe. Joe is just same Joe. Joe is whatever he said didn't even make any sense. So that's why I was mad at Eddie for even commenting like, "That's not the Joe I want." It's like, dog, that's the same person. Joe's just an asshole. Like, he's just saying shit to get under your skin. Eddie, what the fuck you mean,
Like, if it was
dude?
like Okada, which he changed and like he changed for a while, and then someone finally commented on it, which I think was Kenny. Like, I don't want this Okada. I want the real Okada. Then, but this was like
No,
an
that
overnight
that
thing with fucking Joe. You know what I mean? So like, it, I agree with you 100%. Like, Eddie shouldn't have commented. Like, it just happened.
yeah, it's like it didn't make no. This didn't make no fucking sense at all. At all. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then like we had a random thing right after that. We had the ops, and it's like, yo, we're gonna take on the Dark Order tonight. Y'all challenge us? And I'm like, when the fuck did they challenge them? Like, I swear to God, they didn't even challenge them on Ring of Honor. It was another trios team that challenged them. And they're like, you challenge us, so now we're gonna take a match, and if you win, you get to like, what are you talking? Like, where did this come from? Like, none of this made sense. Like, this whole first beginning made no fucking sense at all.
And is it just me? Like, maybe it's just me. I like him less now.
Okay, who do you like less, the Dark Order or the Ops?
The ops. Like, the fucking Dark Order not even on TV enough for me to not like them. So,
True. I just like I don't know how I feel about the Ops. I don't know how I feel about the Ops. I mean, and it's not even because they suck. It's just they like they're the most inconsistent, consistent team. Like they have nothing going on, but at the same time they have stuff going on. Like, they're beefing with like 10 people, but at the same time they're beefing with nobody. And it's just like the weirdest shit. Like, they got beef with like Hangman, fucking Swerve and all of them. And then they got beef with other people, but that's not their beef. It's Joe's beef. Like, I'm so confused. Like, they don't have nothing going on, but they have stuff going on. Like, I don't get it, and I don't like that's the only thing that bothers me with them. It's like they're doing shit, but they're not doing shit. Like, they're just part of Joe's story, but then they have their own story, which they're not even a part of that. Doesn't make any sense.
like, they're basically underlings, which I would be fine with. Like, the three of them being his
Mhm.
underlings. The one I have a problem with, though, is actually Hook. Why is he even
Okay.
there? Like, because my deal was okay, Joe is one of the trio champions and the world champion right now.
Hmm.
Give Hook the trios title. Like, Freebird rules, you're allowed to switch it, whatever, right? Hook's
Uh-huh.
just there. Like, he has nothing. He's doing trios matches, but for shit.
I think they kind of alluded to Hook being the trios champion because of Joe.
Yeah, they
But
alluded to it, but they haven't flat out said it. So now I'm kind of scared they're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, if Dark Order would have won, which obviously they weren't, but like, Joe probably would have been in that match, which would have bothered me.
but what happened afterwards? So we can skip ahead.
Mhm.
What happened afterwards when Hangman challenged them? Hangman and Swerve want to face the Ops. It's like, okay, they want to face the Ops, but then you also have Eddie Kingston, so that's probably going to be a six man. And Joe fits into that criteria because Joe has beef with all of them.
Yeah,
So them doing a six man with Joe, that makes sense. Like other than that, like you could just switch it to Hook. But because of the beef, of the inconsistent, consistent beef, like Joe has to be in it.
that needs to be a T-shirt. Consistently inconsistent.
Yes. So speaking of something that's consistently inconsistent, is the Continental Classic and what the fuck the rules are with the damn belt. Because it doesn't make any sense. Like Okada wrestled Pac and he beat Pac, but then he had a interview backstage later on where Renee Paquette is talking about, hey, why don't you work the legs of the title? And it's like, what? Like I lied to you not. She said legs of the title.
Yeah.
Then also Don Callis said legs of the title. And I swear to God, everybody that was watching this just kept saying, "What the fuck does that mean? That's not even in context. What does that mean? Like
What was even
the
the point
that's
of
not
fusing the titles?
like none of that. But like the context of using legs was not right because that's not what that's that's not the euphemism for what she's trying to say. Like that's not it. Like that's what I was confused and everybody else was confused. Was like that doesn't make sense. But okay, the titles make no fucking sense at all because like you split them apart for what? And then like once you split them apart, that means basically you're saying the Continental Classic literally means nothing because Okada's not going to win it, but he has the international title. That's why we brought it up to make you know that once Okada loses his belt, he still has another belt. That's the whole problem.
And okay, I'm
Uh
kind of
huh.
confused on this then, because they brought up the whole legs thing, like you said.
Uh huh.
Does he lose the Continental or does he lose the Unified?
Okay. So the unified, once he loses the Continental, he loses the unified because it's no longer unified.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, that's what that means. But he still has an international title, which he has. But because he'll lose the Continental Classic and the Continental title, that breaks apart the unified title. So there's no more three titles. It's just the two titles now.
It's too stupid and convoluted, man. What the
It
fuck?
was it was stupid. It was stupid to begin with
Hmm.
because when they did the whole thing with him and Kenny, they shouldn't have made another title for him to walk around with. They shouldn't have
No.
did that. It should have just been you won both titles. That's fine. It was like no, we need something different. We're gonna put the titles together, and he started defending those titles with nobody realizing that those are two separate titles that shouldn't be defended like that. And now we're at the point where we're like, oh, we have to separate them again, which is like 6 months from when you put them together. It doesn't make any sense.
And that's not the first time they done that either. Remember the trios title? They fused the fucking, what was it, the Ring of Honor ones and the AW ones? Like, what's the point of even fusing them? What I probably would have done is like have the match, and whoever loses, their belt dies, and then the other one continues. That's it. No new belt, no nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because the way that the Continental Classic title actually came about was Eddie Kingston had like three titles, and that's how they made the Continental Classic title.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and like then we strip those apart again, and then we get another Continental Classic bullshit where we put it together and then strip it apart. So there's honestly no reason for any of this. Like if you're gonna have titles, just have titles, and the Continental Classic title should just be its own thing and stop getting fused with other shit.
Yes.
It just makes no fucking sense.
Have it be like the Owen.
No, because now Mercedes is walking around with the Owens title, so none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense.
Uh,
It's just title lore for no reason. Like
yeah.
you're building title lore, and 10 years down the line, if AEW's still around and you go through this title lore, you're gonna be like, this is the most messiest bullshit that we've ever encountered. Like this is
Yeah.
more messy than anything that WWE has done in any of the fucking territories. This is a messy title situation. It's too many titles. It's too much convoluted bullshit. It just needs to be streamlined to like, okay, this is what this is. But it's just too much messing around of like, oh, we should do this. And it's like, just streamline it, make it easy for people to understand. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So then we get something that's easy to understand because this happened, but like it happened so quickly that nobody saw it. And I had like three people ask me, was like, when the fuck did Daniel Garcia beef with fucking Mark Briscoe? And I was like, that literally happened on Collision. I was like, no, it didn't. I don't remember that part. I was like, yeah, it did. Like it was like a fucking interaction they had in the ring, and it just basically was a setup for the title match. And everybody was like, "What the fuck? I don't remember that." It's like that's how brief it was. That it was like he said something to him because Mark Briscoe came down to help in this brawl, and he bumped into Daniel Garcia, and Daniel Garcia just looked at him, and you could tell what the look was for, but they never like alluded to it until the night, and they was like, "Oh, he wants a title match."
That whole shit is weird.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen it, but I was like, ah, whatever. And then they did a thing with Ricochet that I swear to God felt so out of place. It is not, and I know people will be like, why is it so out of place? The reason it's out of place is because I knew about the Dalton Castle match, and it wasn't like, oh, I read a spoiler or something. I knew about the Dalton Castle match because Dalton Castle challenged him on Ring of Honor last week. He literally said, I want to face Ricochet. And he challenged him, and he had the whole entire Ring of Honor card for a final battle this weekend. And then Ricochet goes, Dalton Castle, you know what? You was talking all this shit. I should give you a title match. And it's like, it was already on the final battle card. And like everybody that saw it was like, oh, that came out of nowhere. I was like, no, it was on Ring of Honor. Like, and the bad part was like I didn't even watch Ring of Honor, but I saw the segment where Dalton Castle challenged them, and they started running down the card of Final Battle, and it was on there. That's how I knew. I was like, oh, this is already on there.
Fucking weird.
It's it's very weird. It's very weird. So we had fucking Orange Cassidy talking to Roderick Strong, and fucking Renee goes, y'all both in the conglomeration. And Kyle got so, I mean, not Kyle. Roger got so mad because he's like, I'm not in a fucking conglomeration. He's like, I don't give a fuck about these guys, but I'm going to beat Orange Cassidy's ass.
Somebody there for Roddy.
I mean, Roddy doesn't want to be there. He's like the I don't want to be there conglomeration member, and we're like, oh, he's gonna turn, he's gonna leave. But it's starting to get to like the friend that doesn't want to be there, but actually loves being there, and that's what Roddy's gonna turn into.
Yeah. I said Roddy, I meant to say Kyle, but you got me.
Yeah, Kyle's still injured.
Yeah.
And speaking of injured, we find out that Darby is injured, and he was in the hospital last week after wrestling Kevin Knight.
apparently this is a real injury, but I don't get it.
Okay, explain to me what you don't understand about this.
He had a fucked up match with fucking Moxley. Continue
Hmm.
wrestling. He had a
Hmm.
fucked up match in Blood and Guts. Continue wrestling, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Fucking Pac fucked him up. Continue
Hmm.
wrestling.
Hmm.
Had a normal match with just a bump. All of a sudden he's hurt. It can't continue against Kevin Knight. Like what the fuck? Not like shitting on Kevin Knight, but like after the beating he took like all this time and now he's hurt.
Yes, because your body keeps getting its ass whipped, keeps getting your ass whipped, keep getting your ass whipped. You don't stop. You keep going, keep getting your ass whipped. Sooner or later, it's going to snap because you can't keep doing it. You can't keep doing the shit that you're doing and keep going. And it would have been fucking Kevin Knight or somebody else. He was going to get fucked up because he kept going. Darby does not stop. Like this is the second time he's been injured within the last couple of years, and he's going to get hurt again because the way he wrestles and he keeps going, he's going to keep pushing himself, and the next time is going to be worse than this. Like
Yeah,
he fucked up his neck because you got dropped in your neck like 16 times in like every match that you just named, and then one more on top that's 17. Well, bad luck because it's so much going on with the boom, 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 boom. They keep hitting you in the same spot. There's like somebody punching you in the same face, like over and over and over in the same spot. You're like, okay, you hit me 19 times. I'm not bleeding. 20. Bow, you're gushing. It's just like that. And that's what happened with Darby.
okay.
Cause like that's exactly what I thought when I saw it. I was like, he's been wrestling so fucking much and so hard that this match took him out because it's like it's just a compound of over and over and over and over again, and it finally hits you.
Yeah, because Kevin Knight did fuck him up though. It just like when you compare it to all the other ones, it was kind of mild, but he fucked him
Yeah,
up.
it was definitely mild, but it's like
Yeah,
you've been getting your ass beat, and now something else comes along and hits you like a truck, and it's like, oh, I'm fucked.
yeah. Because allegedly it was the coast to coast spot.
It was the coast to coast spot. It wasn't allegedly. It was the coast to coast spot.
Okay.
Like, like Darby is Darby, so it's not like you don't think about how bad the spot was. But when you go back and watch it, you're like, oh, he did fuck him up. Like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
He finished the match though, but it's like, yeah, he did fuck him up with that move.
yeah.
And speaking of Kevin Knight, he took on the porno star Kyle Fletcher, and he beat Kyle Fletcher. I mean, no, he lost to Kyle Fletcher. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It was I think Kyle Fletcher is actually going to win this. I think he's going to win the Continental Classic.
I'm down.
Like I have this weird feeling because they keep pushing like he's winning and he's doing this, and like even that backstage with Okada, he just kept bringing up, "I got 6 points," and we all think that we're getting Okada versus Takeshita, but I feel like they're going to swerve us and do Kyle Fletcher winning this.
I can see that.
And then we had Kyle Fletcher and the Don Callis family with money try to lure out the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks come out, get beat up by the Don Callis family. Then Jurassic Express comes to help them. Then more Don Callis family helps. Then Kenny finally comes out to help the Young Bucks. Finally.
Are they like the
Eh,
new elite now? Like what the fuck?
yes, they are. They're just gonna wait for Hangman to come back, and then they're gonna kill the Don Callis family permanently. Eh,
Would you put Swerve in it since Swerve has a thing
no,
going with Hangman then?
no, no. Swerve go after Joe, and then Hangman just goes back with the Elite, and they do
Okay,
their like family reunion thing, and then it's over.
got you.
And then we had the Mega Powers. Yes, that's right. That's their name, which is Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir versus Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa, the timeless love bombs, in a holiday hardcore match that wasn't extremely hardcore as it I thought it should be.
It was more holiday than hardcore.
Yeah, it kind of like it wasn't like what I was expecting. I'm like, oh, this because like I expected them to just like go for the kill,
Hmm.
and
Same.
like it wasn't as killy as I thought. I was like, oh, well. And the timeless love bomb wins because I said they had to win. So now that they're gonna go against the Feel the Wrath of Harley Cameron and Willow, the Babes of Wrath.
Yep.
And then we had a backstage with the Trio of Madness, and they get challenged by Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter. And then Chris Statlander turns around and does the Tony Storm and says, "Yeah, and we're like we're doing a thing." And Jamie was like, "Well, after we're done, we're gonna have a conversation." She says, "Okay." And it's like, okay, I know where this is going. We're gonna get Thekla versus Jamie versus Chris Statlander, just like we had in that Tony Storm thing. And I hope Thekla wins. Not even joking, because that's exactly what happened with Jamie. She just kept, I mean, not Jamie, fucking Chris. She kept bumping into this fucking trios thing, and they added her to the match, and she was like, "What the fuck am I here for?" And she wanted to win in the title. That's what's gonna happen to Thekla.
I'm good with that too, actually.
Then we get the Dark Order, and they're going to the ring, and Hangman walks by him, and they say, "Hey man, we gotta win this match. Don't interfere." Hangman says, "You know what? Just because I like you, I'm not gonna interfere. But once it's done, I'm fucking them up." And it's like, okay. And I knew he was gonna be good because he likes them because they're friends. I think that's fine.
I don't. They have like an on again, off again relationship. Like it's weird as shit.
Hmm. We get Mercedes, and Mercedes is talking about how she's gonna face Red Velvet because Red Velvet challenged her at Final Battle for the title again. Okay, that's all I can say is okay.
Yeah.
And we get FTR talking shit about the Bang Bang Club because they're gonna wind up facing them for the tag titles. I don't know where, I don't know when, but it'll probably be a good match.
Probably, yeah.
And then we had the Dark Order get their asses beat and lose. And then Hangman came out, and Hangman basically set up the challenge for him and Swerve versus the Ops. Looks like I said, it's going to turn into a six-man with fucking Eddie Kingston involved.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, I mean, not mad at it, but I mean, I kind of just wanted to go away. And then we get to the main event: Claudio Castagnoli versus John Moxley in the Continental Classic. Thoughts?
Fucking. Why does this man always gotta bleed? Like what the fuck?
It's a John Moxley thing. It's in his contract. I have to bleed every match. I cannot go a match without bleeding.
Like you're going against your friend, first of all. Like that should ease it up a little bit. Like you can still go hard, but not that bad. Like what the fuck?
Yes. And thank God for Brian, because if it wasn't for Brian, this match wouldn't have meant as much as it did. Because Brian on commentary says, "Yo, when I was in the Blackpool Combat Club, I used to wrestle John Moxley all the time, and I couldn't beat him. That's why we made him the leader, because he was unbeatable." He's like, "So I don't know what's gonna happen." And then Claudio beats him, and then he goes, "Oh." He's like, "Now Claudio's the guy, maybe." It is like, dude, no one else made that like talked about it except for Brian Danielson. He was the person who talked about it. If he wouldn't have said anything, none of this story would have made sense. It would have been like, "Oh, Claudio beat him," and we would have just went with the, "Oh yeah, he should be the leader." But now with Brian saying everything that he said about how he used to train with him and Moxley used to beat him and that's why he was a leader, now it's just like all adding up to go, okay, they're going to kill him. And if you notice, after the match, Marina went to Moxley and everybody else went to Claudio. And then eventually they went to Moxley.
Yeah.
So
I think she's
it's,
gonna stay loyal to him for a while, but like, or no, in fact, no, she's gonna be the one to pull the trigger when this is all said and done because he's not surviving this.
yeah. She's definitely she's definitely gonna fuck off with him because like you're gonna think like oh my god like she's gonna be with him and she's gonna save him and right as like they're beating his ass she's gonna be like no stop and then she's gonna fuck him up herself and she's gonna
Yeah.
beat the dog shit out of him like yeah she's gonna fuck him up. It's gonna be fun.
In her case, that's kind of sad though, because remember how bad she sucked? She improved since being with Moxley, in my opinion.
Oh, she definitely did and that's such a good thing.
Yeah,
Like that's how it should be.
yeah.
Like it shouldn't be no other way. It should be this way. Like you should be able to improve, and that's what she did.
Hmm.
She improved and she got better because of Moxley.
Yeah.
And I think that she should stay without Moxley now because like I will. That's the thing. I want to see how she is now, like by herself on her own, doing her own thing. How is she? Like what is she? Is she better? Is she worse? Like just I want to know what she's gonna be like without the Blackpool Combat Club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which she's kind of doing with her team with Megan. So
But
it's 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 kind of there.
that doesn't seem original. It doesn't seem good. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't seem good because like it's a team. Yeah, it's cool. I get it, but it just doesn't seem like they fit together and they work together. It just seems like it exists. You know what I mean?
like a team of convenience type of thing. Yeah.
Yes. And speaking of team of convenience, we have to go to Monday Night Raw, and we get the team of convenience opening the show because they're challenging Rio to a match because they both want the tag titles.
I don't know how I felt about this.
I I have an opinion about this, and I will say it at the end of the show, but like not the end of the show, but at the end of the Raw segment. But I have an opinion about this.
Okay.
And we get Adam Pearce, and he gets approached by Ivy now, and she's like, "Yo, I want Maxine." And he's like, dude, she's training with Natty, and when she gets back, I'll tell her about you. And she's like, you better. And then Paul takes Pierce in the office with Bron Breaker, and we find out later what that was about, which I also have thoughts when we get to that too. And then we get the Memorial Tournament with LA Knight versus Jay Uso. Yeet versus Yeah. Well, first off, I was mad because we had this match a million times this year, and
Yep.
then we had it one more time in this tournament, and I was pissed off. But I'm glad LA Knight won, and he's in the finals.
I'm not.
Okay, explain why. Good.
Neither one of them should have been like made it this far. First of all,
Hmm.
so I wouldn't have been happy if Jay won either. Gunther,
Yeah,
none
no,
of these motherfuckers should be there. You know what I mean? Like it should be like you said once, like someone like a Javon Evans, like a Carmelo Hayes, the future. 'Cause that's specifically what John Cena asked for. That's it.
exactly.
You know,
Hmm.
that's all, you know. Now now if we're talking about match quality, out of the
Hmm.
three mentioned, Gunther is gonna like is the perfect guy. You know what I
I
mean?
didn't
But
mention Gunther, but okay.
hmm,
I didn't mention Gunther. I didn't say
you
anything about
didn't,
Gunther.
but like we all know Gunther's winning this shit.
So Jay Uso heel turn is coming.
Coming? That
Yeah,
wasn't a
it's
heel turn.
no, that wasn't a heel turn. That wasn't a heel turn. That is the precursor to the heel turn. Like the little flip out, the little angry thing, that's the precursor to the heel turn. It ain't there yet. It's
Okay.
not there yet. It's coming. It's not there yet. It's coming. And we had a backstage with Bailey and Lyra or Lyde, and they're talking, and then they get confronted by the Kabuki Warriors. And Asuka says, "It's your fault that we lost. You should have been there with us." And Bailey's like, "No, it's not my fault." And then they go back and forth, and Asuka says, "You know what? It doesn't even matter. You're not a champion." And she walks off. Dude, I was like,
Hmm.
okay. I was like, okay. Like, yeah, I kind of see something brewing. I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. And then we get a Judgment Day promo. And this is literally where everything changed because we get a Judgment Day promo, and Dom is talking, and he was like, yeah, everybody expected this, but we had an ace up our sleeve, and it was Liv. And Liv comes out and talks. And 2 seconds after she started talking, I was like, oh my God, she's the main character. And by the end of the night, you go, oh my God, she is the main character. Like, she's the main character. She literally is the main character of a story. Like,
Yep.
not even just of story, she is the main character of Raw. She is, she's the fucking protagonist. Like, what? Like, I didn't real like I never realized that until that moment where I'm like, holy shit, like, wait a minute. Okay. That's all I said
What,
was like, okay.
what did
I
you
figured it
say?
out. But like,
Monday Night Morgan.
yes, it literally is Monday Night Morgan. And she slapped Dom, and then she kissed him and jumped in his arms. And it was funny because I saw a lot of people go, the way she jumped in his arms is the way she jumped in Cena's arms, so she's gonna turn on Dom. I was like, okay, first off, she's been jumping on Dom like that. That's not new.
Hmm.
The slap was different, but the jumping on Dom like that, that's not new. But I don't know when she's gonna turn on him, but it's not gonna be anytime soon.
Eventually, she is just not
Oh
right
yeah. So then we had Maxine training. And like she's training and you see her getting her ass beat, but you don't see Natty and it's blurry. It is very blurry. Like every time they show Natty's face, it's blurry. You see Maxine getting her ass beat. You see Maxine just like getting fucked up by somebody. And she's like, you just hear Natty's voice and like, again, he's like, and then Natty tells her to get out the ring. And then fucking Maxine fires up and fights back and she goes, again. So then they finally show Natty, not Natalia Neihart, not Natty Neihart, Natty, the living legend Natty with the braids. Yeah, finally, finally.
WWE television. This shit gonna be wild.
Yes. Then we get Pierce talking to the referee, Eddie Arango. He's like, yo, I need you to do me some espionage shit. I need you to find out who the man behind the mask is. Like people saw Seth Rollins without the sling. So he faked before. We need to know if he's faking again. Find out for me. Now, when he said that, it clicked in my head why that happened. This this was a plant. Like this was a plant. Seth
Hmm.
Rollins walking around without the sling, he did that on purpose. He did have surgery. He actually still fucked up. But him walking around without the sling, getting caught by people, was on purpose. And WWE said, we need you to walk around without the sling on purpose because when they did the thing with Austin Theory, now people are now starting to go, wait a minute, it could be Seth because he doesn't have the sling. Like that's true, he is. He could be, and it's like, no, dude, like he's still injured. He won't be back until like March, February or March. He's still out. He's still out. Like, it's not him. It's Austin Theory.
This shit is fucking smart as shit. Like, what the hell?
I love the way that they did it because like they actually have the internet thinking that parts of them is like, oh, it could be Seth because of that, and it's like, nah, nah, nah. We know where this is going. Just relax and go for the ride. Like I said, at the end of Raw, I have thought. Well, not at the end of Raw. Later on in Raw, I have thoughts, and I will expound on thoughts. So we had a tag team match. It was AJ Lee versus the New Day, and I seen everybody with the double stomp into the fucking Styles Clash bring back the Young Bucks. Go, oh, it was the Young Bucks that did this. It was the Young Bucks that did this. Oh, they're just copying off the Young Bucks. And AJ said, yo, wrestling moves aren't for everybody. But, but, but there's a little twist there that a lot of people don't know about. And a friend of mine, Matt Coon, put me onto it because when he said it, I was like, wait a minute, I have seen that before. Because he said the first person I remember doing something like that was Jordan Oliver in GCW. I was like, you know what? I do remember him doing that, but oh shit. Like, okay. Yeah. So
Oh wow.
yeah. So like now I'm like, okay, but like AJ's right. Wrestling, like people still moves. It is what it is.
I mean, people have done the Canadian Destroyer. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That are not Canadian.
Exactly. Now they have like the side one, the fucking Mexican Destroyer.
Hmm. So then we get Stephanie Victor in the back. And she's back there, and all of a sudden, Liv Morgan walks up to her and says, hey, you have something that I want. And the thing about this, I don't know how I feel. I literally was sitting there going, I feel like this is wrong, but I don't know how to prove it. Because Stephanie was standing there, and Stephanie was shorter than Liv. And I'm not sure that Liv is actually taller than Stephanie, which is fucking freaking me out because I can't prove that Stephanie and Liv are the same height. I can't prove it, but I don't think that Liv is that much taller than Stephanie. Now I'm fucked up about it because I'm trying to figure out if this is real. I don't believe it's real. I'm fucked up right now because I don't know which one is taller.
Definitely short as shit.
Yes, she is. She's very short. And I think that they're going to wrestle on the first Raw for the title.
Yeah.
Do I think Liv is winning the title? If you would have asked me that probably at 9 o'clock, like probably at 9 o'clock on Monday, I'd have been like, nah, Liv's not winning the title. Now I'm like, Liv may win the title because Liv is the main character. But Stephanie is supposed to face either Becky or Rhea at WrestleMania. So I don't know if they would just do it without the title. And if they do have Liv face her for the title and Liv doesn't win, she has to get screwed by Roxy. And it has to be an accidental thing and Roxy screws her. Like we have to lead up to that and there's something that plays into that later, but it has to lead up to that. Because like if we're going with Stephanie versus Rhea or Becky, it has to be for a title. Unless you're going Rhea and Stephanie, which you can do with no title, it would be fine. Because like those are two of the biggest stars, and like, oh, this will work. Like with
Yeah.
no title, just as long as you have a story to build. But with Becky, you need the title. So that's what I'm thinking. Stephanie probably will keep the title to me.
No, I agree. I think Stephanie keeping the title.
So then we had Division, and this really fucked me up that how many people do not pay attention and understand what the fuck is going on with Division because everybody thought, oh, Logan Paul is just in and out for the vision. He's just in and out for the vision. I even said it on the podcast. I said Logan Paul's part of the vision. Like he's part of the vision. And people was like, no, no, no. He's just in and out. Like they're gonna have him do something. They're gonna have him go against CM Punk for the world title. Logan Paul is in the vision. No, no, no. They came out. Who was in the vision under the name brand The Vision? And Paul Heyman said he's part of the vision. Logan Paul. So yeah, like he's part of the vision.
Logan Paul been saying that himself for like a while now. A whole new vision. That's his new thing.
Yes. And then we had Braun Breaker cut the promo of his life because Paul Heyman says on January 7th, he's going to take on CM Punk for the world title. And Braun Breaker went the fuck off. He just was going. He was like this was a promo where like if you didn't know that Braun was going to be the guy, this was the promo that you're like, damn, Braun Breaker, like he got something. Yeah,
Yeah.
this was it. And this came out earlier through WrestleVotes, which now blows this whole match apart. WrestleVotes has already talked about Braun Breaker is going to win the Royal Rumble. So if he's in the Royal Rumble, he's not winning that world title. So, and a lot of people are like, well, they shouldn't give him the world title on just a Raw anyway. And it's like, dude, they should definitely give him the title on a Raw. Like, he's a monster. Let him have the title. His first world title shot, he should take it. And then whatever happens, happens. He should definitely take that fucking title.
Realistically, a Raw is better to win a title because you have more eyes on it.
Listen, I'm just I don't really care where you win a title. If you win the title, you win the title. You're the champion. That's all that it means to me. It's like you're the champion.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you win it on a Raw or SmackDown or a fucking PLE. I don't care. Like if you win the title, you win the fucking title. You're the man. They put the title on you.
Hmm.
And I just feel like they should just scrap Braun Breaker instead of going, oh, we need a Mania moment. We're gonna put the title on him at Mania. No, you shouldn't. Like, if you're going, the thing that they want to do, they shouldn't do. Because what they want to do is have Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes Part 3. That's what they want to do. That's what the rumor has started. And CM Punk versus Braun Breaker for the title at WrestleMania. That's what it is. And I swear to God, WWE should just like go, all right, we're gonna do some cool ass shit and get everybody to go, oh my God, I have to see WrestleMania by going with Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. You do all three of those matches, dog, it's immediately everyone's like, I have to see the show. I have to see the show. Seth is back and he's taking on Braun for the world title. I have to see the show. Fucking Roman is taking on Punk for the very first time at WrestleMania. I have to see the show. We're finally getting Cody versus Randy with a long build story. I have to see the show. That is that is the perfect way. If you want to do the trilogy of Roman versus Cody, do it next year. Like just do it next year. Right now you have a perfect build. You have a perfect build, a perfect story that you could like. You can just all three of those are perfect main events that you're like, okay, like that's our show. That's our WrestleMania. That's it. Like you don't have to build shit else. It's those three matches. That's it. But like the way they're going is like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't want Cody and Roman again.
Listen, I'm okay with them doing a trilogy because like it's a trilogy at WrestleMania. They're one at one. I don't want to see it right now. I don't want to see it right now. Move on.
Yeah.
Like, go to Cody and Randy, and that would be a bigger story because it has history. Roman and Punk has history. It's a long story that we haven't told yet. And it's like those two stories are way more interesting than, hey, we're going to run this back one more time. Oh, God. It's,
I agree.
it's, it's, it's just dumb. It's like if WWE does that, they're dumb. but it's WWE, so yeah, they're stupid.
They're probably gonna do that anyway. Yeah.
Exactly. So Jey Uso is pissed off and he's leaving the building and he's angry. And I'm like, all right, he's getting angrier and angrier. Like he's gonna turn eventually. And this is the part where I have to come in here and get on my hands and knees and beg for forgiveness for everybody and have a sincere heart to heart apology to all of you because I said for weeks I don't want to see Solo versus Gunther. After watching Solo versus Gunther, I want to see more of Solo versus Gunther. Jesus Christ. This match,
This shit was good. Like Solo is so good. Like people don't give him credit.
dude, this match was so fucking good. This, like, 5 minutes into this match, I'm like, oh my God, I was wrong. I was so wrong. This match was I was so wrong. Like, I'm just literally standing in my living room going, this is so fucking wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. This match is great. This match was fucking great.
Yep.
And Gunther, he wins, and now he's going to face LA Knight on SmackDown. Okay. We know Gunther's going to win.
Here's
Okay.
the thing.
Hmm.
Everybody guessed Jay was gonna win, but then they went with LA Knight, right? What
Hmm.
if they go like the prize route and they go with LA Knight instead of Gunther?
Listen, I would I would be like, you know what? That's kind of cool to do that. But after watching Gunther versus Solo, no, it's got to be
Yeah.
Gunther. Gunther has to face John Cena. Like that's going to be the best match John Cena has ever had. Like all year, it will be John Cena's best match. I promise you. If John Cena versus Gunther, it will be his best match.
No,
Like
I agree
after
with that
watching him
100%.
wrestle Solo, I'm like, yeah, he's going to give John Cena the best match of his life.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we get AJ Lee, the tag team, not the woman. The tag team saying we want another title match and we figured out who we want. It's going to be the War Raiders. Okay. And then we had something that I'm like, I don't know where this is going because we've been here already. So Rey Mysterio is talking about facing Finn, and he's gonna run through all of the Judgment Day to get the Dom. But then Logan Paul comes up and he's beefing with Rey Mysterio, and Rey slaps him, and they had a match for the U.S. title. Why the fuck are they beefing again?
Like in fact, that was Logan Paul's first title win against Ray.
Yes, like I don't understand why we're going here. There's no story with the Vision and fucking Rey Mysterio. There's no story there. Why are we going there? What is happening? I,
Like you could have like
there's
a
like
faction war type of thing, but I'm not even sure Ray's part of the LWO anymore.
exactly none of this makes sense. It like on this great Raw, that was like the one blip on there that was like this makes no sense. Like none of this like there's nothing here. And then like Logan even said something about going for the IC title. I'm like no, nothing none of that makes sense. Like this was like the blip of like not making sense. I was like, everything else on this show hit like perfectly, and this one's like, nah, we still have to have one fuck up.
The one thing with this like whole segment, I was gonna say okay with, but not even okay with, less than
Hmm.
okay with, was
Hmm.
the fact that Logan Paul said, and I quote, "I'm gonna retire you." So they're acknowledging Ray's time is soon. So obviously it's not gonna be Logan, but you know,
Yeah, no, it's gonna be dumb, and it's gonna be mask versus hair in Mexico because now they have AAA, so it's gonna be in Mexico, and it's
yep.
gonna be a big show. It's gonna be hair versus mask, Dom's gonna win, and that's the retirement of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
So then we get to the main event with the Friends of Convenience versus Rio until the Kabuki Warriors come out and they just fuck everything up. But then Libe comes out and fucks everything up. And Lyra's standing on the table and she gets clipped by Liv Morgan in Judgment Day. In Judgment Day beat the shit out of everybody and leave everybody laying. And they pick up the tag titles and Roxy gives the tag titles to Liv. And Liv goes, no, you take the title. And Roxy holds up the title. And I was like, okay, I see where this is going. Not that Roxy is just gonna fuck them over, but I feel like Liv is giving her the stamp of approval. And if Liv goes for the title and Roxy costs her the title by accident, that's gonna start the rift and that's gonna rip them apart.
Yeah.
But the women's tag team division, I'm after that I was like, holy shit! Like they have a women's tag team division. This actually feels like a tag team division. This feels like we have tag teams. Like what? Like every other time, it's like we have to throw two people together and go for a tag title. We have to throw two people for a tag title. Like never. Like we have established tag teams together and they're doing their thing. Never
Because right before
until.
this happened, like the end of the
Mhm.
show, like I even told you, I'm like, yeah, so it's gonna be Libe versus Kabuki Warriors versus Ryo versus the Friends, right?
Mhm.
Like I told you, I didn't account for Judgment Day. Oh, and I also had fucking Nia Jax and Lash Legends in it. I didn't cash for account for fucking Judgment Day. So
Yes.
yeah, the fucking tag team division is stacked.
Yes, and this feels like for the first time in forever, not even forever, but like just existence that there are
I was
fucking tag
just
teams.
about to say that because these titles have been disrespected since they got here. They haven't got their
Exactly.
shine.
And now this is like the perfect time for them to have their shine because it's like we have tag teams. Like we have shit to do. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, I think this will work. Like I'm all for it.
I'm down.
So we go to NXT and we have the Iron Survivor Summit. And the thing about this, I lied to you not. I found out who was a star and who isn't there yet in this fucking Iron Survivor thing. Because we had Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kendall Gray, Jordan Grace, and Kalani Jordan. And Sol starts talking and it's like, okay. And you can see like she has something, like she has passion, and she's like talking about, hey, listen, I've lost all these titles, but I'm definitely gonna win. And the way she was talking, I was like, okay, like she has some passion in her voice. She has some real something. I'm like, okay, she's a star. And then we get Lola Vice, and Lola's gone, and it's like she's playing to the crowd. I'm like, okay. Kendall says something was like, yeah, well, all of you are talking, but I'm like the only one with the champion. And I'm like, okay, Kendall, she feels like she could be a star. And then Jordan Grace is like, all right, it's Jordan Grace. She's already a star.
Pretty much.
And then Kalani starts talking, and they're booing her. This is exactly where it was like she's playing a star because they were booing her, and she just kept going with her lines. She didn't even acknowledge the fans. And this is how you know it was fucked up because Soul stepped in was like, they're booing you. And it's like, dude, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. We get that Kalani isn't like ready because like a real wrestler would be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like you're a heel. You're a bad guy. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Like calm them the fuck down so you can cut your promo. We couldn't even hear your fucking promo because they're fucking booing you out the building. And like that's not how it should be. Like she has to learn to shut them the fuck up. They are shutting you the fuck up because you're just going saying whatever you're saying. They're booing the shit out of you. And it's like, no, that's not how a wrestler should be. Like, and everybody else in the ring is even catching on. Like, Kalani, say something to the fans. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't do that. Like, like when you get on the main roster, the motherfuckers is booing you and you're a heel. Shut them the fuck up. Don't let them get away with this shit.
Like I didn't mind so much she kept going with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just the way she kept going with it. Like she was the same level. Whereas when they do it to Dom, Dom
Mm-hmm.
gets louder as they get louder. So like you're not gonna shut me up. So type of thing, you know?
Yes, and that's what somebody who's actually a fucking superstar does, and we get further proof when Fatal Influence comes out and fucking JC Jane is talking and they start talking about soul and she just shuts them the fuck up. And I'm like, I'm looking at JC, she's running down each one of these, and I'm like, I've had my fucking pick of you from the very beginning that you were something. Like you were something. I've always said it's something about her. And the way that she just came out and took control like a fucking boss, I was like, dude, she needs to be on the main roster. There's no way she should be sitting down here with the fucking title. She needs to be on the main roster, causing havoc, be that asshole. She needs to be on the main roster. Please. This is ridiculous. Watching her do what she did is like this is ridiculous. She needs to be on the fucking main roster. Like I can't believe it. Then we had a backstage with Thea Hale and Joe Hendry, and they get interrupted by Stax and Ariana Grace. And Ariana basically talks shit about Thea and sets up a match with her and Thea, which I was like, oh, okay. I didn't care, but it's like, all right, sure.
Oh, I didn't care either. I thought I was the only one.
No, you're not the only one. And they have the match, and Thea wins.
Good for Thea, I
Yay!
guess.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Like, yay, I guess. They didn't care about this. And OTM are walking in a parking lot, and Mr. Chase University almost runs them over. And then they was like, yo, you'll tell your boys to stop fucking around because next time it's on site. Mr. Chase goes, man, you guys got to stop fucking around. They said next time it's on site. I don't know what that means. I was like, what the fuck?
Way
That was
easier what the
hilarious.
fuck that means. Like what the fuck?
I know. Like, dude, that was like Mr. Chase is like he's comically funny. Like he's real like he's funny.
Yeah.
And then we had Ava getting a box of something black. No one knows what the fuck it was. Like they didn't elaborate. It's just something weird. I don't know what the fuck it was.
I
So
couldn't tell you.
for the millionth and 17th time, we get Tavion Heights versus Josh Briggs. Can we not do this anymore?
Oh, I was gonna say don't do Chase U versus OTM anymore. That's the one that bothers me.
Tavion and fucking Josh Briggs has to stop. Like this is annoying. Like we've seen them finish the feud, and they're like, no, we have to go back to more of the feud. Okay. And Tavion loses to Josh Briggs. And I'm like, what the fuck was the point? Like, please just leave this alone. Never bring this up again. Just like it's done. Match is over. People died. Whatever. Who cares? It's over.
Yeah.
So then we get Izzy Dane, and she's talking about Tatum, and she hates Tatum. And Tatum says, "You guys were my family. I loved you, but now I'm gonna rip you apart." And so they have a one-on-one at Deadline, and we have the girls for the Iron Survivor in the back, and Zoruka is back there, and Soul basically tells Zarya, "Listen, just stay back here. Like I got this." And Zarya's pissed. Dude, I don't want them to break up. Like I like them together. I don't want them to break up.
Sean doesn't like tag teams or
Screw
teams in
you,
general.
Screw you, Sean. So then we have Kendall Gray, Lola Vice, and Sol Ruka versus the Fatal Influence.
Yeah,
And the winner becomes number one in the Iron Survivor. And the person who gets the pin was Sol Ruka.
of course. Like she has a devastating fucking finisher. And I love that shit.
Yes, she has to fucking win. Like I don't know how, I don't know why, but she has to win.
Yep.
So after the match, we get Zarya accidentally spearing Kendall Gray. But she could have been aiming for his soul.
I was just about to say that. I'm not so sure it was an accident.
Yeah. And then we get a backstage with Javon and Ricky. And Javon is joking about how everybody keeps saying he's too young, he shouldn't be there. And then he jokes with Ricky, was like, one day, Ricky, you'll be champion. No, he'd say, one day you'll wrestle in Madison Square Garden. And I was like, wait a minute, he didn't wrestle in Madison Square Garden? But he did. I was kind of fucked up about that.
Javon is funny as shit, but one day he's gonna get pissed off with that whole people calling him young shit.
Soon. Speaking of getting pissed off, I'm glad as fuck they brought this up because they're in the back and Dark State is there and Dion Lennox gives the title to Saquon Sugars. He's like, yo, I'm being an Iron Survivor. I'm gonna give you the title. But then Ova comes up and Ova is joking with Dion Lennox and Dion fucking goes off. He was like, yo, you don't even remember the last time you bumped into me and talked shit to me. He's like, but he's like, you know what? He's like, it doesn't even matter. He's like, because I done got bigger, I got better, and next time I'm gonna take the title. He's like, but you know what? I hope you beat Ricky because I'm gonna win Iron Survivor and I'm gonna fuck you up. And I'm like, holy shit, they remembered everything. They remembered all of it. They remember all of the beef. Like every time somebody said some shit about Dion, when fucking Ova was like, yeah, you're not ready. And then Dion disappeared, and then he made Dark State. And I was like, they never went back to that. But they went back to it right here.
Long
Dude,
term storytelling.
dude, I was fucking hyped for that. I was fucking hyped for that. Because I was like, damn, they actually brought this back. They brought back all of the shit. And especially when Trick talked shit to him, but Ova was the main one talking shit to him. I was like, holy shit.
Now I like all that. The only part
Hmm.
I didn't like was the whole thing with the title. This whole time they kept like they keep saying, oh, it could be any one of them that's the champion. Like they got have like a whole Freebird rules going. Why do you officially give him the title? Like all four of you are technically the champion. Either way, like it don't matter. That
Because
kind of
they
took me
don't
down.
do wait, they don't do Freebird rules. They keep saying we do Freebird rules, but it's always Dion Lennox and the other guy
Yeah,
and
they don't do
Osiris.
it, but they can do it because they,
Yes,
you know,
yes. So now they officially gave it to Saquon.
yeah.
So it's Saquon versus Osiris. I mean Saquon and Osiris, not versus
Shit, versus. Imagine that.
them. That would be fun. So you didn't like OTM versus Chase U.
Fuck no. I'm tired of them.
Okay, well, to me, this was actually really fucking awesome because
Okay.
Chase U was wrestling their fucking ass off. I was like, holy shit, they can wrestle. Like the two JCU guys, they were fucking killing it. They were kicking ass. I was like, oh shit. Too bad they lost though.
Yeah.
And then we had something that was really funny. So Ava's talking to Ego, and Ego's like, I need you to find me a challenger for deadline. And she's like, okay, you know what? I found you a challenger because he gets in the car. And she's like, you know what? I found you a challenger. And Ethan's like, who? And she's like, she just points. And he turns around and Yeleska's right there. And he jumps out the car and runs. And then Mr. Iguana goes, I'll see you at deadline, and steals his car. And fucking Ethan Page goes, dude, call the cops. Ava says, what am I gonna do? Tell him a reptile stole your car? It did like as it's going off, he goes, yeah.
Like
Dude,
he was like the worst GM. Like what the fuck?
that is like it was so stupid. It was so stupid. It was funny. Like it was so stupid. It was like that is so dumb, but it's like it's so funny. It is so dumb.
Yeah.
I like dumb shit like that.
It was funny as shit.
Speaking of dumb shit, we got another fucking whatever the fuck this dude's name is. What is this guy's name? The fucking creepy dude is one LFG. Shiloh Hill.
There you go.
Fucking weird ass dude. Just weird as shit. Just weird.
Like, is it
So
supposed to be weird? Because like, yeah, like I'm questioning, is it supposed to be weird?
no, he is supposed to be weird, but it's like it's getting weird to the point where it's like too weird because it's not making any sense. And then I don't mean like not making any sense is like it's incoherent. It's not making any sense because it's not progressing which way he's going to go. Because I can't tell if he's like a psycho or he's just like a weird guy. I can't tell which way he's going, and that's what's bothering me. It's like I'm supposed to at least know he's this person or he's this person. I have no idea which way he's going. That's what's bothering me. It's like there's no like way that he's going right now.
Yeah.
Then we get to the main event, and it's Miles Bourne, Leon Slater, Javon Evans, and Joe Hendry versus Darkseid. And whoever gets the pin, if Darkseid gets the pin, Dion Lennox is first. If one of the other guys get the pin, whoever they are, they get to be first. And the match is going on, and this is the funniest part to me. So they're fighting, and Saquon winds up on the outside with Miles Bourne, and he's beating the shit out of Miles Bourne. And he's like, can you hear me now? He's like, can you hear what I'm doing? He's like, I don't hear you. And I was like, I can't say anything because I just kept laughing so hard.
It
Because
was fucked
Saquon was being a dick. That shit was so funny.
up.
But a dick move was fucking Miles Bourne steals the pin, so Miles Bourne is the first guy in Iron Survivor. So Miles Bourne is going to be the first person in, which means he's going to have the longest time in, and means he could get the most pins. And this didn't make any sense to me when Corey Graves was like, it's really good for you to be the first one in because it means you get more time to get pins and whatever, whatever. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? That's stupid. Because, like, to me, just me, this is me
Mhm.
personally, I wouldn't want to be number one. I would like to be like number two or three, or like even five. You know why? Because everybody's out there beating each other's asses. They're getting fucked up, and they're just like dying. So I can come in and pick the bones and just pin the shit out of a bunch of people. Why do I want to be number one? What the fuck you
Exactly.
mean?
Because yeah, by the time five come in, like one is like dead.
Exactly. So it's like, what do I want to do that for?
There is that, like, yeah, you're in there, you can get the most wins, but
Mhm.
Like,
But like,
is it really worth
like
it?
it's not. It's not at all. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
like
I wouldn't
I
want
think
to
I
do
agree with
that.
you. I think middle ground three. Three is perfect because you're there enough time,
Hmm.
but you also have enough time to like rest too.
Exactly. So I mean, since we're going to cover this after the show, we have to do all three shows.
Okay.
So let's do predictions for Deadline
All right.
because at the end of the show, it was Obafemi and Ricky Sinks, and they basically was talking shit at the contract signing. So who do you have winning the championship here?
Ricky, I think Oba's going to the main roster finally.
He better. He better. But also, like, why is Ricky still there? Like, they both should be the main roster.
That's the
Like,
problem.
I.
You keep saying that, but they need a
Hmm.
star at the top of their championship. You know what I mean? So like,
Okay. All right.
until we get someone to Ricky's level, which probably will be Javon. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that yet. You gotta wait. So you could argue the same why is Jordan Gray still there?
I mean, because we have fucking JC Jane, who is a fucking star, what's the point of keeping fucking Jordan Grace there? And we have Blake Monroe. What's the point of keeping Jordan Grace there? Like, it's really like, what's the point?
Yeah.
So we have Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Joe Hendry, Deion Lennox, Miles Bourne, Iron Survivor. Who do you think is winning this one?
What? I couldn't hear you.
Who do you think is winning this one?
I couldn't hear you.
Who do you think is winning this one?
Miles Bourne, obviously.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you. I think he's gonna win too, for
Yeah.
some reason.
I gotta put this out there too. Apparently his
Hmm.
catchphrase is "Can you hear me now?"
No, we can't.
What the
Not
fuck?
at all. So then we have Sol Ruka, Lola Bites, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, and Kendall Gray in an Iron Survivor. Who you got in this one?
I would say it's Sol Roga, but I think
Hmm.
Zarya is gonna screw her. So, uh, oh my god, like this is difficult. Go with Jordan.
Wait, Jordan Grace or Kalani Jordan?
Grace, Grace. I'm sorry.
I have this weird feeling it's gonna be Kendall Gray. I don't know why. A weird
Okay,
feeling it's gonna be Kendall Gray. And then we have Mr. Iguana versus Ethan Page.
Ethan's not losing that shit. Not until he goes against what's his face, Dr. Wagner Jr. or
Hmm.
Dr. Wagner 3, as he calls him. And like, I
Yes.
don't know if his title's on the line too, because I know he's going for the Latin American title. So
Hmm.
yeah, not until that or after that, he's not losing the title.
And then we have Tatum Paxley versus Izzy Dane in a one-on-one. Who do you think is going to win here?
Oh, Tatum's getting her revenge. She's fucking her up.
Yes. So then we also have Final Battle. And in Final Battle, we have Lee Moriarty versus Nigel McGuinness in a 30-man Iron Man match. Who, I mean, not a 30-man, 30-minute Iron Man match. Who you got here?
Marty already still has the title?
No, no, no. It's just a match. It's just a
Oh,
match.
just a
It's
match?
just,
Okay.
yeah,
Versus who was it? I didn't hear the opponent.
it's Nigel McGuinness.
Oh, Nigel, of course.
I don't know. Like I'm gonna go with Nigel just because, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So then we have for the tag team titles, which are vacant, which I don't understand how. Like, so this is what I don't understand about this. Roosh is hurt. Roosh was a tag team champion. Why the fuck do they have to vacate the titles and have Sammy and Beast Mortals wrestle for the tag titles when they're a group called LFI where you could just like go, all right, we're gonna put it on Beast and Sammy.
You could put on Derlisco too. Derlisco, yeah, Derlisco, however the fuck you say his name, because he's also in the group.
Yes. Like, and they should have had Dralistico and Beast, but they have Sammy, and I'm gonna explain why they should have had Sammy, unlike Sammy not in this match.
Yeah,
And they're going against the Dynamite Kid and Adam Priest, which is like the Holly Bulldogs for the tag titles. Who do you have here?
I'm gonna go with LFI.
I'm going with the Holly Bulldogs because I think that's what they should do, put the titles on them, and that would
Yeah,
be cool. So then we have Shane Taylor Promotions versus Skyflight for the six-man titles.
it should be Skyflight. They've been trying to push them, so
Hmm.
and they are good. So
Yeah, I'm going with Shane Taylor Promotions on this one.
okay,
Then we have for the inaugural pure title, Diana Perrazzo versus Billy Starks. I think Diana's gonna win it.
I'm gonna go with Billy. She's known for winning titles for the first time ever before, so that could be a thing.
Okay. And then we have Ricochet versus Dalton Castle for the AEW National Championship.
Obviously, it's gonna be Ricochet. I want that in the window, just for
Yes.
laughs.
Then we have Mercedes versus Red Velvet for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship.
Uh, Mercedes,
Yeah. And then we have Athena versus Persephone for the Women's World Championship.
Athena. Although I wonder who's
Yeah.
gonna be here for the fucking title though after this.
I hope that Mercedes calls her out after that match and then like they have the title match and Mercedes get like her 19th title or whatever.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So in the survival of the fittest match for the Ring of Honor Championship, we got Ichijiro, Commander, Beast Mortos. Yes, Beast Mortos already wrestling in a tag match. Blake Christensen and Sammy Guevara. Yes, Sammy Guevara
What?
wrestling in a tag match versus Bandito. Like all of these people are in this match, and it's like those two people are having a tag title match, but they're also going to be in a world title match. What?
That is fucking weird. Okay, first of all, like since I didn't know
Mhm.
like those two were in this match, I'm revoking my fucking thing from earlier. Like it's gonna be the what you call them, the Hollywood Bulldogs.
Yes.
I'm putting my vote to them for winning tag team titles. Uh, this one, just because I like him, I don't watch Ring of Honor, so I don't know what's going on over there. Beast Mortos.
Hmm. I am going with Bandito. I think Bandito is still going to keep the title.
Okay.
Like TNA also has a show this weekend. I do not remember exactly what was going on the show. I just know that they have a show this weekend.
Revolution. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Is it
Uh,
Revolution? Because like I don't think it is Revolution. Like I don't know what it is. Like it's one of those fucking weird ass shows that they have. But like the reason that I know that it's happening because fucking
Resolution. My bad.
okay. And the reason I know this, the only reason I know this is because fucking Leon Slater has to wrestle 1,000 times this weekend.
Yeah.
Because listen, Leon Slater has to wrestle on Resolution in Texas. He has to
Hmm.
wrestle there. Then he has to go to NXT and wrestle there. Then he
Yeah.
has to go back on Sunday and wrestle again. Yeah,
Hardest
he's got to
working man in
wrestle.
fucking wrestling.
Yes. And on that show, he will be wrestling AJ Francis for the X Division title. Who do you have winning that?
Leon Slater, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Then we have the Inspiration versus Victoria Crawford and Tessa Blanchard for the women's tag team titles.
unfortunately, I think it's gonna be tough on them.
I see that too, but like, yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
We got Mike Santana versus Charlie Dempsey. This is gonna be a fun match, but Mike
Yes.
Santana's definitely winning.
Yep.
And then for some reason we have the Hardys versus Ty and Ty, like for the tag titles. Like, there's no way Ty and Ty are winning these fucking titles.
Unless, well, they have fucking Robert Stone with them, so unless they're like a extreme fuckery, they could win because of that.
I,
I'm still
I
saying
get.
Hardys, but they could win because of fuckery.
No, I'm going with the Hardys too. So then we have the Rascals versus Order 4 in an eight-man tag match. I'm going with the Rascals.
Rascals, yeah, because all four of them.
hmm We got Steve Macklin versus Stax for the International Championship. I don't know why. I have no fucking idea why. And I'm just calling this right now. I think Stax is going to win the title. I don't know
Sam,
why.
Sam. For some odd reason, I
hmm
see like a weird Vince McMahon thing here.
hmm
Yeah, I mentioned that name, but yeah, he's gonna turn against TNA and go with Stax because that's his son-in-law.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I feel too.
Yeah.
And then we have a street fight. Matt Cardona versus Mance Warner. Okay,
I,
okay,
I mean, he has Stephanie with him, so yeah.
okay. And we have Zia Lee versus Zia Brookside. So Zia Lee Brookside in a title match. I think Zia Lee Brookside will win. That's it. I
The
don't.
fuck?
Yeah, Zia Lee Brookside. They're one person.
All right, you always made that joke. So how do you
hmm
feel about this match? Sidebar.
hmm hmm I'm okay with it. I really wish that Zia Brookside would win because like she's been doing this for years and like it would be great for her to have some recognition. So yeah, I don't want her to win.
Yeah. I'm okay with Lee keeping it though, because she was so emotional winning it and whatever,
Yeah,
like gotta feel
I
for her.
really wish that she would have beat Kalani on this show instead of on a regular NXT show.
I mean, in a way it makes sense because she didn't make it in NXT, you know? Same with
Yeah,
what's her face? She just retired. Ash by Elegance. Like it was more
yeah,
important for her to win on NXT because that's where she started and didn't like work out for her.
okay, I guess.
If you break it down like that, it can make sense.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then for the world title, we got Frankie Kazarian versus the last time JDC. Da, 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 da.
uh oh shit, that fucked me up. It's gonna be Frankie, but like it'll be fucking awesome if JDC won.
Yeah, I don't see him winning,
I don't
but
either.
I definitely think Frankie's keeping the title.
Yeah,
And good news for TNA. I mean, TNA is going to AMC.
great for them.
Yeah, like they're finally on TV where people can watch instead of access, which nobody has. Like literally, I have to find some janky ass way to watch TNA when I want to watch TNA. Like a
Same.
really fucking janky ass way. And it's like it's it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. And I don't like it. And I'm glad that they'll be on AMC where like, you know, I can see them. Pay attention.
Way easier to find.
hmm And I mean, there's not much else that happened in the world of wrestling, but I do want to send out my condolences to CM Punk and AJ Lee for losing Larry.
Yeah, that shit's sad.
Yeah, like like that's really fucked up for them. Like, I hope they're doing all right.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Larry.
Yeah.